technical debt is that you're often dealing with those information security guys, and those guys usually come out of the woodwork with their smoke and fire, and they're like, "We got a fire on our hands, guys, and there's a big problem." And you start telling those guys, you know what? The problem is we haven't really practiced this stuff before, and we're seeing a problem that we never had occur before. And they started saying, well, why don't we set up a refrigerator and start punching it? And you say, maybe we could do that, but we live in the desert, yo. And in the desert, we just tell time by using a stick. And when you do that, it's hard to secure that thing because, look at that, you can't secure that. And, but all security guys will come to you and say, hey, you know, you really need to make it happen. We need to put this thing in line, and you know, it's going to hurt performance a little bit, but after we do this stuff, we're just going to ride the lightning, yo. And the panda bears, those are the auditors, and the auditors they'll come to the security guys and be like, yo, I found this panda in this bin, and that's my baby, so, you know, don't do that anymore. And pandas. The auditors, they're kind of like pandas, but some people would say they're more like mean bears.
Alright, so now it's back to the dots. So, DevOps, that's my pet thing, and who will survive in the end? Is it the developers or the operations folks? Will no ops put all of you out of a job, or, you know, will we devour the developers like a hungry Pac-Man on crack? Only time will tell. Alright, because in the end, you know, the developers may have us outnumbered 6-1, but you know, we're generally bigger than they are. So you know, you have to treat your developers well, right? And just like any pimp treats his, yeah. You know, they bring the money. They know your secrets. They know where all the bodies are buried. So, you know, learn to love them, or at least keep your pimp hand strong.
Hey, so John Allspaw, I don't know where you are. Where'd you go? Oh, so I don't know who you thought you were fooling. It's 3.141592653589323846264338279. So come on, yeah, look, that's how I felt when you were saying those things. Alors, je vais prendre cette opportunité pour pratiquer mon français. Il y a une vieille femme avec un appareil photo et elle semble très impressionnée par elle. Et alors, il y a une étagère de visages et les visages sont faits de plastique. Alors, je comprends le thème, c'est les 60s, c'est l'ère mode. Cette femme te montre un nouveau télévision et je ne comprends pas ça. Non, je ne comprends pas du tout. Pourquoi prendre un vélo dans la... Et là, alors, merci.
How's it going, everybody? I'm here to talk to you today about umbrellas. It's important, you know, we've talked a lot about technical solutions, but every once in a while, you need an analog solution. There's nothing like an umbrella to get you through a bad day. You've all had a bad day, right? Who here has had a bad day? Right? That bad day sometimes involves a person with butterflies. And I'm not talking to you about your like pretty little butterflies or butterflies that are like red and green, but sometimes a purple butterfly can turn into newspapers. Sometimes those newspapers can turn into phone books. And you know the expression, throw the phone book at someone, it sounds like it's a legal term, but in fact it's a person coming at you with a phone book who used to be a butterfly. Sometimes that butterfly can appear like a cobra. But it's not. Because really, if you look at the cobra's head, it's shaped like a heart, or a bunch of flowers in the middle of winter. And on those bad days that you had, when it might be raining, or a phone book is coming at you, it turns out that that day can end in a snowy day with flowers. So there's always a...
Alright, so a little bit about myself. I started Webs Incorporated about 10 years ago, and back then we were using floppy disks, and ran the company for 10 years, and we recently were acquired by Vistaprint. And what we do is we make tools that let small businesses run websites for themselves. So that's basically what we do. Now, I don't understand why, right? So I don't understand why this would be offensive for some people, but it really was a disruptive technology, because what this means is that all these people, so all these people that were making websites for people, we're now people charging $80 or $100 to make a website were getting put out of business because they were charging way too much. To get this stuff done, the amount of data that we did actually use NoSQL and this stuff, and the amount of data, just the amount of idiocy on these websites, right? You get 30,000 signups a day, and it's just mind-blowing.
All right. So that was another experiment. I had fun. It's all about amusing me. Hopefully, I think I heard a few people laugh. So coming up next, we're going to go back to